They say a woman's heart cannot belong to two men, but for Adaeze, love was never the problem. Choice was. In the quiet village of Agolo, where mornings smelled of wet earth and nights hummed with crickets, lived Adaeze, the only daughter of Papa Okeke, a respected elder. At 19, she was known for her beauty, her grace, and the quiet strength in her eyes. She walked with calm dignity, the kind that made elders nod and women smile with pride. Two men stood at the doorway of her future. The first was Emeka, the humble son of a poor farmer. His hands were rough from years in the fields, but his heart was soft and loyal. The second was Chuka, a wealthy, educated young man from a neighboring town. His family's riches could change Adaeze's family status forever. Adaeze and Emeka had grown up together. They chased goats in the fields, shared roasted maize by the stream, and told stories under the udala tree behind her father's compound. Over time, their innocent friendship blossomed into a quiet, powerful love. At night, when the village slept, they met in secret. "I have no riches," Emeka would whisper, holding her hand. "Only my hands and my heart. And that is enough for me," she would reply, smiling in the darkness. But deep down, they both knew love alone would not convince her father. One morning, everything changed. Chuka and his family arrived at Papa Okeke's compound, bearing palm wine and kola nuts, the traditional gifts for marriage introductions. Papa Okeke welcomed them with pride. "My daughter," he said with joy, "this is Chuka's family. A good man, educated, wealthy. He has chosen you." The compound buzzed with excitement. Her mother's eyes sparkled. The elders nodded in approval, but Adaeze sat quietly, her heart sinking with every word. And then Chuka spoke. His voice was calm, respectful. "Adaeze, I know this is sudden. I do not expect your heart today. I only hope with time I can earn your trust. I want a partner, not a prisoner." He smiled softly, not the arrogant smile of a man flaunting wealth, but the smile of someone with dreams. He spoke about building schools in the village, expanding his father's business, and traveling the world. For a moment, Adaeze saw not just riches, but a man with ambition and kindness. That made everything harder. That night, she ran to her mother in tears. "Mama," she whispered, "my heart does not want this marriage." Her mother sighed, torn between love for her daughter and loyalty to her husband. "My child, love is sweet, but it does not fill the stomach. Chuka will give you a good life. Think of your father's joy." When Emeka heard the news, he found her beneath the udala tree. "Tell them no," he pleaded. "Tell them your heart is with me." "If I say no," she said, her voice breaking, "I will break my father's heart." For the first time, their love had no words to save it. Weeks passed, the village filled with wedding preparations. On the morning of the ceremony, Adaeze was adorned like a queen. Coral beads framed her neck. Oli patterns decorated her arms. She looked radiant, but her eyes betrayed her heart. Emeka came to see her one last time. He held out a simple cowrie shell necklace. "Under this tree," he said softly, "we were supposed to grow old together. If you ever forget who you are, hold this." She took it with trembling hands. Tears rolled down her cheeks. The ceremony began. The compound overflowed with people. Palm wine flowed. Drums echoed. Women ululated. Then came the wine-carrying ritual, the moment that would seal her marriage. Adaeze held the calabash and scanned the crowd. She saw Chuka sitting proudly among his people. And then she saw Emeka standing quietly at the edge of the compound. Their eyes locked in silence. She froze. The drums faltered. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Even the birds seemed to stop singing. Her hands trembled. Her heartbeat thundered in her ears. Her father's voice cut through the air, low and sharp. Adaeze. Two hearts pulled in opposite directions, one toward love, the other toward duty. Finally, Adaeze straightened her back, forced a smile, and walked toward Chuka. She knelt, offered him the cup. He drank. The crowd erupted in cheers. Drums roared again. But as everyone celebrated, Emeka turned and walked away. That day, Adaeze became a bride, but not to the man who held her heart. Years passed. She lived in wealth and comfort. Chuka gave her everything: clothes, servants, status. And true to his word, he was kind. He listened, he provided, he built the school he once spoke of. The world saw a woman who had it all. But in the quiet of the night, when the moon hung low and the village slept, Adaeze would sit alone, holding the cowrie shell necklace to her chest. And in those still moments, she would whisper to herself, "Was it worth it? The laughter, the pride in my father's eyes, was it worth the silence in my heart? I chose to make everyone else happy, but somewhere along the way, I left myself behind." She wasn't angry. She wasn't even sure she regretted it fully. It was something heavier, a quiet ache, a longing for a life she once dreamed of but could never return to. Sometimes she imagined the mud house Chuka described, the sound of children laughing, yam barns behind, the warmth of simple love. Then she would open her eyes to silk sheets, silent halls, and a husband who gave her everything except the feeling she missed most. People in the village whispered, "She married gold but lost her fire." What lives in the heart cannot be killed. Love, when buried, does not die. It waits quietly beneath the surface. And so, Adaeze lived with two hearts. One she gave to the world, and one she kept forever, in silence. Under the Udala tree, where dreams were once whispered, only the wind now remembered the promises they made. Never silence your heart to please the world, because when the celebrations fade and the drums go silent, it's your heart that you will have to live with, not their applause.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share.